When did you first find out that Mr. Sulu was gay?
What?
What?
I heard early on that they were thinking about it and that Simon had pitched the idea out. I don't know when there was some discussion, and we didn't settle on it for a while. And I was concerned about a couple of things, about how George would, react. Should we change an essential component of Sulu? And I was also concerned about, implying that maybe sexuality was a choice if he's the same genetic Sulu. But really, I thought the message or the idea was lovely and entirely appropriate to the vision that Roddenberry had laid out.
I feel like Hollywood, in many ways, is kind of behind the times. I mean, I think this talk about diversity, it's way late, like our world has really grown, and I think what we see represented on screen, for the longest time felt like it didn't represent the world I was living in, so at least as progression.
Back in the 60s, people weren't ready for that, I mean, it was hard enough to get the interracial kiss on there, and not many people watched that episode, It says a lot about how unsure we are of difference that it has taken this long. We tried to do it in such a way that it felt like it hadn't ever not been there. But I hope that it just, the idea is it's just part of the fabric of who we are. It's part of life, That's how almost inconsequential it is, really, until people make a big thing about it and start complaining or, thinking that it's not normal. It is normal. The idea is of trying to make normality normal. It seems kind of weird, but that's the way it is.